Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? All right, guys. So let's take a quick look at the market here and see what we're dealing with. What we're dealing with here right now is a market in sync on the short side with a target of 392. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis, right? And we have harmony zone number 1 and 2 protecting the price action right now. All right, so they're pushing back up right now, retesting harmony zone number 1. The market is out of sync, and we are dealing with let's take a look here at the bigger picture. We have a captain set up long on the 200 NT Renko that came and got retested overnight during the Globex session, and now it's running back up. So we have a one candle reversal here. So the overall structure of this market is resistance toward the whole number 500, and we're getting some buyers stepping in. Right now the market is out of sync. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed is moderate, range is contracting, and the behavior is overall short, but we got a pocket of buyers that stepped in. So now if we start trading under 435, then you're going to start getting sell pressure stepping back into the market on a swing trade basis. Actually, we also need the market to break the 18, and that will trigger a continuation trade to our target of 392. Right now the market is simply consolidating in and around the neutral zone. G Money, good morning. Good morning, sir. ES is holding up with a target of 60.31 and a half. That's the target. We almost got there, but the market got retraced a little bit. So we got that going on. That's interesting. Retesting harmony zone number 2, the top end on a first touch basis. Come on, baby. Let's go. All right, so let's see here. So at the top of the hour, we have Jolt's job opening, Jolt's job opening, excuse me, and this is a red folder. Yes, 270, absolutely, G Money. Now we're heading T5, and also the market has reversed on the 200 NT wrinkle completely. Now the market is inching toward that bigger target of 517. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. Target is a hit. Next target 542. Let's take a quick look at the big picture. So we saw that market needed to protect that 93 and it didn't. So now we are heading toward this Globex zone right there. So that Globex zone is gonna serve as a bit of a resistance to any upward momentum. And then you got Globex at 592. So you got a market that opened and it basically sold off, put on a captain setup, retested it, put a switch trade, and trying to get back to Globex. Safe, good morning, Safe. How are you, buddy? Hey, David, good morning. We're at T5, and the market just literally put a captain setup, ran it up, came to retest it here, and sold off. We're testing harmony zone number 1, which is support. So there's a little bit of distribution going on up at these levels. If the market goes to 504, the 504 should hold up as a bit of resistance. It's coming up right now, 504. Well, 504 and more. Yeah, that's a little bit strong right there. Okay. We expected 504 to show a little bit of resistance. Ultimately, we have a goal and the target, and that target is 542. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with the target of 542 ES, heading toward the 60.31.5. So how quickly the market pulls back, then gets bought up again. So we're watching that, and that tells me there's strength. Came into harmony zone number 1 and held that. Made a higher low. You have a high end of 523 half. You got a target of 542. The market is by the pullbacks on a swing trade basis. We will reevaluate that idea if we break anything under 475. That's what we're dealing with right now. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, baby, let's go. Retesting, running the stops. How are they handling the stops? It's an orderly stop runs right here. I mean, the market is not doing 50, 100 point stop runs. Okay. So here we go. So they took it down from 02, basically about 12 points, 12, 14 points, and ran it back up. Okay, so there are stops right above 15 are they going to take them out? Because they take those out, then the market is heading toward 542. If the market breaks anything under 480 and 470, will make us pause and reevaluate the long idea. G Money. Making higher lows. So it tested harmony zone number 1 multiple times, 3 times actually. I'll call it 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then start to make higher lows, which tells me that the market is gearing for a run. Captain set up long on the 40 NT Rinko with an entry of 507. So that adds to the rotation to the upside. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. And we're heading toward our target of 542. They're taking out the stops. There's stops right above 21, right? So 21, 31, that's about 14, 15 points. So we're gonna get to Globex band, and then stop and turn back down, at least on a pullback basis. So here we go, and we're gonna pull back right here. See how that one worked out? Good job, Matthew. Jesus, look at that. Ooh, baby. All right, so we hit it. We pulled back as expected. What's the next target? Let's take a look. Uh, 567 is the next target. We are testing harmony zone number 1. We are at the bottom end of the Globex band, which we recognize that as resistance. And the market is moving toward 567 against that resistance. Pullback is buyable on a swing trade basis. So the big idea right here is the fact that, you know, this is the first touch of the Globex bands, and when you get up there the way they did, the expectation is to see a pullback, and that's exactly what we saw, what we ended up seeing here. Top of the hour, we have the Jolts number. Thank you, Adam. Here we go. So they took out the stops just a few ticks above that run, and most likely we're going to see a little bit of pullback here. What's the right move for us to do? Where's the force? The force is to the upside. So pullbacks are buyable, and we're looking for any pullback to buy into this market as we approach bigger targets. Like right here, there was an expectation of a pullback, and we're not seeing that. So what does that tells me? That the market is a little bit stronger here than what's expected. Quality trades, yes, Adam, good job, buddy. Passing 3 take profit trades. Dun, dun, 20, 25, 25. No, it's just a discrepancy between. Yeah, we're looking at 2 different charts here. 15, 13, 15. Okay, so we got 567 coming up. That was our target. Target is hit. Next target is Globex 592. Yeah, I'm checking that one out. Let's go, let's go. So we got momentum. Two minutes to the Jolt snooze. Thank you, Adam. Just watch your positions. Try to be flat ahead of news that is a red folder. The market's gonna move quick. Market moving on to target of 592, which is Globex. News pending. Ten seconds. Here it comes. So a push, most likely a push toward Globex. And Globex is hit. 617 is next target. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis. We'll reevaluate if we break down below 550. All right. So what do we expect to see when we're playing around with Globex? Just that consolidation, oscillation. They're building stops on both sides of the market. A little bit of distribution up here in and around Globex is to be expected. Okay. Come on, buddy. Yeah, they're struggling around that 600 whole number. I mean, that's quite obvious. I mean, you hit it, you passed it to 605, then you came back in, retesting it multiple times against Globex. It's very trappy here. That's the feel that the market is giving me. It's like, they're trying to, flush the market just to trap these shorts into another leg to the upside. That's kind of what the market is. It's giving that vibe. Here you go. Now they're taking out the stops, how they're handling the stops. 642 is target. We're moving on to the next target, 642. Pullbacks are buyable. So we're going to the top end of the Globex band here. You'll find the market pausing and pulling back. So that green line, the market most likely is gonna bust right through it to run the stops, and then come back in to refill a lot of these price structures. So just kind of be conscious of that. Here we come into the stop run, and we hit the target. The next target is 667. Yeah, we should see a little bit of a pullback coming in here. So that's news driven. All of a sudden, market just got lively. Somebody's saying something. That's important. What we're seeing here, if they break this structure, we should see a push toward harmony zone number one and a retest of the 600. So we're starting to see some of that coming in. So right here, how are they going to test this? Are they going to pull back and make a lower high? If they do that, then the oversized pullback is going to happen. See that test and retest? They're going to walk this market down a little bit. Retest harmony zone number one. Yeah, they're going to push it. See, they came and retested the top end of the globe expand again. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. Market back in sync toward target 667. Okay. A little bit of resistance here with the captain setup on the 20 NT Rinko. 700 target. We'll see. So they're putting, I mean, ahead of that target, they put a captain setup short on the 20 NT Rinko. And now the market is struggling a little bit. Reversion to the mean trade, bringing the market back to the middle of the range. Okay. A little bit of resistance here. See how we have a captain set up. We came and retested it. So this distribution going on in and around the top end of the Globex band, which is to be expected. Ultimately, we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity toward the 667. We're just looking for a good entry. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of keep oscillating in and around this level for some time before the market makes its move. Hmm. Potential captain setup short on the 100 NT Rinko. That's a significant event. Anything under 15 will trigger that behavior. And then we can see what kind of market we're going to have at that point. If we break 15 and we have a captain setup short on the 100 NT Rinko, that will put us in a position where we can take some of these rallies as a shortened opportunity on a scalping basis only. We got to see that 15 come in. How are we doing, guys? It's about an hour from the morning session, at the beginning of the morning session. Adam, Becca, Brad, G Money, where we at? Sheila, good morning. Marty, any trades? Matthew, looks like he had a couple safe. David. How is that possible? Marty. Okay, okay. Did you get in touch with tech support at Ninja Trader? because they can figure that out for you in like 2 seconds. Okay, good deal, Brad. Good job, G Money. All right, let's keep working. Let's keep working. Safe, yes. So if you're already at a payout, request the payout. You're gonna get denied, and it resets the clock. So you'll have the 8 days again in order to trade without violating that rule. Hey, good job, Becca. I'm gonna have a nickname for you now, Big Money Becca. Ah, shit. Uh, I hope so. Safe. I doubt it though. You could try, but I have a feeling that you're gonna get denied. And it just resets the 8 days, and it just you just keep going at it. Don't get discouraged, and you'll get the payout. What the problem is? Sorry, broken English here. All right, and target is 667. That's where we are at. There, the market is just trading under and over the Globex band, the top end of the Globex band. So that's just kind of what we are expecting ultimately to see. But we're looking for the pullbacks as a buying opportunity. Now we have a low to measure risk against, which is at 620. Speed, range, and behavior. Speed, slow here. Range is expanding, and behavior is long. Target is 667 with a stop under 620. But even when they run that stop, most likely the buyers will step in to protect the whole number. So that's kind of what we're dealing with here. It's a strong market on pullbacks. It's not a trending market, Adam, here, so you just have to under trade this area. If we end up something actionable is for us to go to 15. If we go to 15, that produces a captain setup short on the 100. If we break the high, which is this captain setup, and the high above it 663, then pullbacks will pick up some momentum. Like, okay, so you pull back and you'll have a little bit more push toward the upside. So those are the two areas where you need to see the market. Okay, so that's a market that is running the stops here. Let's see how strong those stop runs are. Ultimately, it looks like the market is going to break the 15. That's what it looks like. He cannot afford it. Okay. Good looking on Fadi. All right. Let's see here. Running it up. 45. Let's take a look at 45. Wow. That's a strong push. No, you need to trade 8 more days, Adam. But this is the key here. Don't get frustrated with it. Just plug in single digit trades without any high risk, and get a minimum of 5 days of you making $50 at a minimum, and then request the payout, and you'll get accepted. Because you're already at a payout amount, so you don't want to risk it, be honest with you. So you just need to plug in 5 days of 50 plus P&L, including commission, and 8 more days of trading. What did they say? Hey, Sam. How are you, buddy? I mean, they got to the 20. I mean, 5 points away from closing the captain setup, and they're bouncing it back. You have a captain setup long on the 70 NT Rinko. Push higher here. That's the problem with this kind of range here is you're trading around the top end of the Globex band, and the market just simply spending a lot of time rotating and building stops. And the stops are, above the 60, 64, and under the 15, and everything is in between it is literally just chop. Yeah, I know, Becca. I saw that one with the captain set up on the 70, the pullback to 35, then the reversal on the 20, an entry, a quick exit, another entry, and a quick target one exit. I was thinking the same thing in my head. I was like, here we go. Target is hit. Pullbacks are viable on a swing trade basis with a target of 692. Yeah, let's keep working, Adam. Let's keep working, my friend. They're gonna give us a lot more opportunities. I haven't put my first trade yet, so I just want to spend as much time with this market as possible to just understand it. I mean, it's trending. Pullbacks are buyable. Any attempt to fade it really is a tough sell. G Money. See, look at that 70 NT wrinkle in the context of everything else that the market is doing, and see how that pullback into the 35 twice triggered an actual entry point in the market to go long. So that's kind of consistent with the conversation that we had yesterday. That's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, I'm just gonna text it to you. Oh, okay, I understand what's going on here. Sorry, Adam. Okay, so I understand. So where you at though? Okay, if I'm paying attention, I would have seen this captain set up switch trade that led to this move. So that's a pullback. Um, so we're getting a little bit of resistance going on here. So any long really need to break that 680 because this type of behavior right here is a topping behavior. So we need to be careful trying to get long here into a target that has this as resistance. So basically, you just need to get your balance to 162. You need to trade 8 business days or 8 trading days, and 5 of them need to be more than $50. That's what you got to do, Adam. Yeah, be patient with it. Take base hits. Don't swing for nothing, and just get there and get your money. Yes, 5 days over $50 a day. I got denied for that one. Correct. But for example, if you got the 2K in one day, then all the rest of your days are not profitable, but small. You get to your 162, or but you still get denied. So you got to have 5 days of minimum 5 days of $50. I'm telling you this from experience. I got denied for that exact reason. That's okay. Uh, you you gotta get that money out of their dead cold hands, and you will. No, no, Mike. Your money is not gone when you get denied. You just simply have to. It resets the clock, and you need to satisfy the rule that got you denied. So, for example, if you had one trade that went over the 30% drawdown, uh, intra intra trade, so like on a $50,000 account, you dipped in more than $750 into the the trade, that's intra trade. So not on a closing basis, meaning that you had two contracts and it went against you more than 750 while you're still in the trade, then it came back. So if that happens, that's the reason for them to deny you. Then once you request a payout, they're going to deny you the payout. Then you have 8 more days of trading that you have to satisfy. And those 8 days, you need to make a minimum of $50 per day for 5 days, and you need to trade 8 days without violating the 30% rule. No, 8 days is 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah, less than 2 weeks. You got this. The key is not to get discouraged if you get denied. Just understand what the denial is, and just go on to fixing it and move on. It's your money. Yeah, don't give it away by being frustrated. All right, so the market is out of sync here. We're back to testing harmony zone number one and the bottom top end of the Globex band. So you see how the market is just constantly going back and forth in and around this area. Bastards. Oh, Lordy, this market is something. So here we go. See, Becca is basically echoing what the conversation is all about, but that's how to do it. Market is out of sync, two-sided market. I mean, it's just kind of weird how this one worked out here. Captain set up into a switch trade, ran it up, sold it back in. That's a whole lot of distribution. So basically what we're seeing here is a couple of places. A distribution level in the form of a captain setup switch trade, then this distribution level here at support. Okay, so if we break this under this level and under 30, you're gonna see an oversized push that could take us all the way back down to Globex. So I need to be very careful of trying to get long here in this type of environment. Just be careful. No, because if you go to Brad, if you go to 4100, you're gonna get denied there too. So why do that? Just get denied on the 500, and then move your start keep working till you get to 4100, knowing that the 4100 and the 2 grand request will be accepted. Because this way, because it resets the clock on the infraction that you did. So if you waited till 4100, the infraction's still there and they're going to deny you. Then you have to do another 8 days. So why do that? I'm doing this exact same thing that Rebecca's talking about. Like some of my accounts are, I'll give you an example here. Here we go. So here we go. We're pushing. All right. So this account 32, I got that account balance is 4,800, right? So here I got to 53,288 and requested $1,100. I got denied. Why? Because I had a 30% rule violation. Okay, so I was like, okay, I'll keep trading. I traded, and I was making money. I got to 54,399, and it turns out that I didn't have 5 days of 50 plus days, so they denied me on that one. So here I got denied on 30% rule, and here I got denied on the 5 days of minimum of $50. So now I am in the process. So the days after that, here you go. Day 1 over 50, day 2 over 50, day 3 over 50, day 4 over 50, day 5 over 50. So I have 5 days right there of over 50, and I didn't violate any of the 30% rule. I have 3 more days to trade, and I could scratch trade, meaning just get in, get out, mark a day, because they allow you to do that for 3 more days, and I'll have my 8 days, and I can make that request again. and I should be able to make a withdrawal, the maximum amount of withdrawal, which is $2,000 for that account. Yes, yes, the whatchamacallit, wealth charts have a 30% marker on their charts that helps out, and yeah, that's helpful. Safe, you need to do that actually. It's literally, that's what you have to do. You don't want to go into making more money uh, and taking the risk of it, knowing that you're going to get denied even then. So just get denied now, reset the clock for 8 more days, and clean up your trading to where you're not violating that 30%. Put your 5 days 50 plus and request a payout. If you know that you're gonna get denied now and reset the clock. That's my advice. Market is out of sync. We're trading in and around the top end of the Globex band. I get it, Adam. You know, we just have to work through those rules, and we may not like him, but it is what it is. Just make sure that you get your money out. Captain set up long. The worst thing that anybody could do is getting frustrated with it and end up saying screw it and end up losing an account that is at payout because you're frustrated. Just literally take a step back and plug in 8 more days and you should be fine. They look from payout to payout. So if you don't have any payouts in the account, then they look from the inception of the account into current trading. If you have any violation within those 8 days, they're going to deny you automatically. Then you have 8 more days to recalibrate that. So if you have a payout, then they're going to look from the prior payout to the current payout request. All right, so what are we seeing here? We're seeing a captain set up long here. So we have a couple of things that we need to be aware of. This captain setup ended up getting tested. Then they put a captain setup long and they failed it. So that is a double signal around the same spot where the market is showing sell behavior. And now we're breaking through harmony zone number 1. What is that telling me? It's telling me that the market is an area which we understand this area, which is the top end of the Globex band. That area is a resistance area. Okay, so we reached it for the first time, we pulled back, then we broke it and came back to retest it. Now we're spending a lot of time at the top edge of it and getting faded. All of this is negative distribution behavior. So what does that mean? That means I need to shift my orientation a little bit since the market is out of sync. I need to be looking for a two-sided market where if I see a sell signal, I can take it, but it has to be a scalp. It cannot be a swing trade here, okay? And if I see a buy signal, it's the same concept. It has to be a scalp. So everything is reduced to a scalp in this zone. 5 points, 10 points, 2.5 points. You know, get in there, keep your stops tight. Look for stop runs and fade them in this environment, that works a little bit better than trying to trend trade the middle of the range. So you're seeing what they're doing here. Okay, so they took out the stops right above this level and faded. They took the stops right under this level and faded higher. Okay, so so you could go short against a breakout and go long against breakdowns. And the market then spends a lot of time in this area. And everybody that is spending time in this area is looking for a trend, and they're getting stopped out on both sides of the market. Here we go again. We're running above these stops at 60. So what does that look like? That's a captain set up on the 70, a pullback into a run up to target. They came back to retest it, and now we should be trying to go back to target of 80, 680. Then 692 is the swing trade target. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I'll be back. All right, so 1013, speed, range, and behavior. Speed is slow, range is expanding, behavior is long. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 625. Pullbacks are buyable on a swing trade basis. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see 51. We don't want to see 47. 48 will produce a captain setup short on the 50 NT wrinkle, and we're about to put a captain setup short on the 40. So they're trying. I mean, they're oscillating here in a way that could trigger a little bit of selling pressure, that could retest harmony zone number 1. All right, we're about to. If we go to 48, we're gonna get a captain set up short on the 50 NT wrinkle. We already have one on the 40, and this is just basically a market that's oscillating against support. Not really excited about jumping in on anything here. We could see from the past. Here we go. Here goes that 48. Okay, so now we got captain set up on the 40 and the 50, and let's see how well they handle this type of area. 561, 561. Okay. Here we go. 45. Yeah, I mean that's they're working on it here. They're working on pushing the market lower. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. Captain set up on the 40 and captain set up on the 50. So we're getting those two signals and they're triggering right at support. So that's why I'm a little bit cautious here. If the market breaks 36, then come back to retest and the retest is a lower high, then that will get me involved in a fade short on a scalping basis only against those two structures. But first we have to break 36, come back up and make a lower high. whatever. Yeah, it's not a bad sell over there. Stop loss close to 58. We're already there. Oh shit. Oh, that 36 sell is really kind of what we need to see out of this market for any of the shorts to really kind of work out. Now look what the market did. They flipped the 50 NT Rinko to that 660. So right here, you need this current candle to close at that 42. If that happens, that means we have a captain setup switch trade short, and I can get aggressive at getting short in that environment. If that happens, then I'm expecting the 36 to show up. Then from the 36, probably bounce a little bit. And if that makes a lower high, that's an add for a run down to 25 and lower. So if this current candle closes at 41, it will trigger a sequence of event that could see us at 620 and lower. That has to happen though. The the reason why I wasn't too like keen on trying to go short up at these levels, it's the market is in sync on the long side. So really the short narrative have to prove themselves in in a significant way. So now they're running the stops at 71. Well, guess what they're going to do next? I mean, right here, most likely they're going to fade it back in. You have stops at 80, so they got to most likely take the 80 out, then fade. See that 80 push? Now you expect them to fade down. Here they come. It's not like we haven't seen this story before, right? Wow. Ooh, okay. Let's see here. Well, that's a sign, Becca, that the market is strong. Whenever you don't test harmony zone number 2, you only test harmony zone number 1, and you run, that's a sign. But here, that was a bit predictable what they're doing here, because you had that high here, which is the captain setup switch trade at 80. So the expectation is for them to run up the 80 stops and pull back, because that's what they do. Take out stops, trap people into ideas of breakouts and breakdowns, and just fade them to the middle of the range, then produce noise to take out the trend traders. The target for these trades, Becca, is the middle of the range. So if you get the middle of the range, um, it's a good idea to at least take out some of what you have and then go break even, because you don't want the bounce to take your entry point. '74 has the 692 as a stop, as a legitimate stop, and then there's a good chance, and at retesting harmony zone number 1. Oh, Becca, you're funny. question is, what do we do with this market? Since Becca's saying she overthinks it, this kind of market makes you overthink. I think it's not just as a woman you overthink. As a trader, you're 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 pulling your hair right now. It's just it's watching, paint dry in this environment. I mean, funny how the market works. They get us used to all this action and 100-point range in seconds, and then we have this where the market is just literally like watching paint dry. What are you gonna do, right? That is correct, Adam. That is an accurate statement. Here comes another stop run at that 88. You have a T2 up at 700, so the market is getting very close to a whole number. See that? They're fading it. Most likely they're going to come and bring it back to that 74. There'll be a reversion to the mean type of stop, run, and pull back. But we'll see. Here it comes. Boom. Well, you got more than just a reversion to the mean. They're going to stop run under 62. Then they'll flush it to 52 and bounce right back up. Why? Because the market is a sick market. It likes to mess with people.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Did you guys hear that? That was Alexa answering a question that I didn't ask. She said, she said, I don't know what I can do to help you with that. Because the market is sick. Oh boy. Alexa, is it okay for you not to listen to my conversations?
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
I know. Spying on me. Alexa, are you a spy?
No, I'm not spying on you. I'm designed to protect your privacy.
Yeah,
You can learn more about
bullshit.
Amazon.com/AlexaPrivacy.
So they put on a captain setup short right here at the beginning of a new harmony wave. I mean, that is in many ways is a sign that things can start drifting lower to this neutral zone between the 56 to the 43. So that's something to think about. Yeah, there is a drifting behavior going on right here. They're going to punch it up a little bit to retest this captain setup. So watch out for that. And we'll see on the retest how well they hold on to it. If they produce another one candle reversal, then that would be something to actually trade. The criteria to go short has to be a lot more stringent than the criteria to go long. So if I'm going long on any pullback, on the short side, I have to get a high, a lower high, a captain setup, and a retest, and multiple things going on at the same time to really support a short. It can't be just, oh, it looks like it's about to go down, and I jump in. Here we go. I mean, that's captain setup at the beginning of a new harmony wave. The market is drifting into this zone as expected. I'm seeing the behavior and a follow through. Now the 200 and the 100 are out of sync. So now the narrative is shifting. I mean, the longs are not done, by the way. We're just seeing a drifty nature coming into play here. They took out the stops from 50, let's see here, 60 to 40. That's 20 points. That's significant. That's different. And they took out these stops right here at that 40. So right here, they should be bouncing right back up. And should see 45, potentially 51. How did we do, Matthew? Okay. It was tough holding on to those shorts. 560. Well, I mean, 560. You're gonna tab 592, which is glowbacks on a reversal, and that will get you to 560 easy. Well, good job today. I know it was not easy to play this type of game. Okay, why did I not see that one? Yeah, that attempt at T1 to T2, that was a good one right there. Did you see that one, Rebecca? Hey, Sugar, how are you, bud? Long time. Well, then I have a question for you, Becca. Is it a good decision or not a good decision? If you focus like that versus focusing on how far you are from a payout, then you're taking the attention away from the trade. Because if you keep looking at it from, oh, I am $200 away from a maximum payout or that, it really clouds your judgment because you're adding so much stress on yourself. Like, how could you make a decision that could push you away from your target? So that the key to it is literally not looking at your P&L and just look at it from the perspective of, is it a good idea, a good decision, good risk reward, and flip from one account to the other without knowing which account you're trading. So this way you're not I don't know if that makes sense to you. Like sometimes you close your eyes and flip through your PAs and pick one without knowing which one you picked, and then literally start trading that account without knowing if you're up money in it or not, and just trade it based on good decisions or not. I try to do that whenever I get hyper focused on money. That's my way of shifting my mind from that into focusing on process versus outcomes. But each person can do it in their own unique way. Didn't mean to preach, but you know, that question, the way you posed it, Becca, is it becomes a struggle for so many of us. Like so many traders get so close to a payout and they blow their account up because they get so anxious about getting there, and they're so worried about taking the next trade, and it becomes a block. And I see that in me and so many traders that I talk to. And it's important not to develop habits that get you very, very close just to watch that account go away. Anyway, so right here, what are we dealing with? A potential captain set up short on the 20 NT Rinco. The market is a two-sided market, bouncing between harmony zone number 1 and 2 and spending most of the time trading in the neutral zone. We should see a push toward the 45. Maybe not. Here you go. 6-prong captain set up short. I should be jumping in. Come on, Bubba. Oh, come on. That is, man, I tell you, I'm trying to place an order. I just realized I was placing it in the not in the right account. But that's a 6-prong captain setup. That's a short all day. Let me see here where we're at. Good job, G Money. All right, guys, it's 11:02. I gotta get going for a couple of things I gotta do. No trades for me. I just spent a lot of time kind of reading the market and trying to understand it. I wanted to get this one short and this one short, but it just no execution for me today. I gotta accept that and maybe try tomorrow. But anyway, so that's it for me. Calling it a day, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. So how did we end up across the board? Adam, Becca, G Money, you had a good trade. Sheila, Marty, where we at? Marty, Mike, Sam. Any more trades? Sam, Sugar, where you at? David. Aye. 250 on 3 to 10 micro trades. Is that applying the 70 with 200? Becca 120 and 85 on 2 accounts. Nothing for me. Yeah, I mean, okay. Marty, where you at? Okay, so on this limit order problem that you got, so you're still not able to trade. Is that what it is? You're not able to trade. Like, that's not acceptable. Which version of Ninja Trader do you have? The license that you have, is it licensed through Apex, or is it your own unique license that you bought? Did you uninstall and reinstall Ninja Trader and delete the cache? Yeah, that's concerning, Marty, because I mean that's just downtime. I mean you're having downtime needlessly. You could schedule an actual an agent from NinjaTrader to connect to your machine and figure out what the problem is. You should have to make a request for it versus going through an AI generated, you know, uh, troubleshooting session. Yeah, literally just get in with um, an actual agent. If you still have a problem after you go through an agent, reach out to me and I'm gonna talk to vendor support because I'm a Ninja Trader vendor, and I will I will connect you with the right people. If you're not, and basically I'll escalate your issue with them and see if we can get a quick resolution for you. But try going through an agent and update me through email to where you're at. And depending on where you're at with it, I'll see if we can escalate it or not. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm out of here.